Today we'll learn about Mexico's impact on the Wild West. For this project, I'll be going to Cabo San Lucas, a city on the Baja Peninsula, where I can study Mexican culture and how it was shown in the American Wild West. Let's start with architecture. When passing by Cabo, many of the buildings I saw used adobe bricks. Adobe is a strong substance that is baked into bricks, which is used to protect against the hot, dry winds of the western land. During westward expansion, Mexicans shared the idea of the adobe bricks with the new settlers coming in. This helped the settlers a lot because the adobe brick protected against the hot, dry winds of the western land. One example are the Santa Ana winds that occur in California. Mexicans also influenced Spanish-style architecture, which includes tiles and similar artistic appearances, such as Spanish courtyards. Today we can see Mexican architecture in our very own Balboa Park. Balboa Park represents San Diego's Mexican architectural heritage. Now let's look at the Mexican impact on the food in the Wild West. Throughout my trip, I explored many delicious flavors and spices, which had been introduced to early settlers back during Western expansion. In 1835, William Heath, an early settler in California, described Mexican food to be inviting and flavorful. Throughout the years, Americans in the West borrowed cooking ideas from the Mexicans. This was incorporated with the native land. Ideas such as different ways to incorporate staple foods that grow on the land, such as beans and corn. Before the Wild West, American food was particularly bland and flavorless. Today, American food is a mixed fusion of different cultures and their foods. One example of this fusion is Americanized Mexican food. You can find this food in places such as Chipotle, and Taco Bell. When thinking of the Wild West, probably the first thing that comes to your head is the cowboy. A cowboy is a man, typically one on horseback, who herds and tends cattle. The truth is, the whole cowboy concept was originated from the Mexican vaqueros. For example, the 10-gallon hat originated from the Mexican sombrero. Last but not least, the most impactful product of Mexican influence on the Wild West was mining. Before westward expansion, Mexicans had rich mining tradition, mainly for silver and copper, and sometimes gold. After the Treaty of Guadalupe, gold was found in California and a gold rush was started. Many of the Americans seeking for gold had little to no experience in mining. The Mexicans shared many of their tips and tricks. One example is that Mexicans introduced them to the batea, which is panning for gold. In the West, over time, many precious metals were found in the West, and Americans called on Mexican miners. For example, during the mid-1800s, during the Industrial Revolution, lots of copper was found in Arizona, and this was a valued commodity because it was a conductor for electricity, and Mexicans were called to the job. Until 1920, the copper mining produced $3 billion. Without mining traditions of Mexicans, the West may have never had the economy it has today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed.